3 people that you sign up right there, and the shares that you get, okay? It's pretty amazing, and it is very exciting, okay? Now, my husband and I, when we signed up to do this, we didn't sign up for that first, the return on investment. That money is great money, and it's extra money that we did not, in our minds, sign up for that. This right here, residual income. I don't know if you know the difference between linear and residual, but everybody in here, if you don't go to work, you don't get paid, do you? Okay? Right here, this royalty, this residual income, I do something, I do the work one time, and I'm going to continue to get paid over and over. This is what we call our Michael Jackson, our Harry Potter money. Back in 2013, Michael Jackson was the top paid in the industry. Elvis Presley came in second. They're both passed away. But their estate is still making money, okay? They did something, they recorded a song one time, they make money over and over. That's residual income, okay? When I pass away, the money I'm making now, it keeps going. It's going to my kids, to my grandkids. It keeps going, okay? This is what we signed up for. And I'm just going to tell you right here, the company pays 9 levels deep. I'm going to only tell you about 4, because even 4, it's kind of hard to believe how it happens. You go on down, that's crazy money, and you're going to think I'm crazy because I thought you were crazy. I thought, there's no way, but it's real. So, all right, let's go out and let's get 5 people who want to do this business with you, okay? And we're going to go across your first level. This $200 auto shipment right here, maximum auto shipment, it's overhead. Any business takes money to run it. You got to run the lights, you got to do all of that. 200 is nothing, okay? If you're using the product, you'll use that $200 easily. In the beginning, it was a little tougher, and there's ways that you can offset that, and we can help you, and we can show you if you just can't do the $200 auto shipment in the beginning. That $200 auto shipment is what gets you we have 6 bonuses, and that's how you get that. Okay, so just know that we're going to talk about that through all of them. Okay, that's $20 a month. Not a big deal. But if you're walking down the street and you find a $20 bill laying on the ground, you don't pick it up. Say, oh, look, I can go to McDonald's, I can go to Starbucks, whatever. You're not going to just leave it there, it's money. Okay, let's go to the second level. We're going to go out and help those 5 people do the same thing. We now have 25 people in here. We've got over $5,000 a month going through our business. That's $270 total right there. Some people, it's not a lot. To some people, that's big. Think of all the people last year that lost their homes in foreclosure for a matter of between $270 and $300 a month. That's a big deal to a lot of people. Now let's go out and help those 25 do the same thing. Let's help them get their 5, okay? Now we have 125 going for our business. That's $25,000 a month. Right here, guys, these first 3 levels, that's a $30,000 a year part-time income, because most everybody has to start out doing this part-time. What would $30,000 do for you in your household? Would it bring a spouse home? Would it bring you home? What would $30,000 do for you? Okay, let's take that one step further. Let's help those 125 do the same thing and get their 5. We now have 625 people going through our business. That's $125,000 a month. See right there what that is a month. That's a 6-figure income a year. What would that do for you? Ask yourself. That's possible, guys. That's 4 levels deep. That's real. Okay, here's 2 of our other bonuses I'm going to just talk about. Generational matching bonus. The thing I like about this company is it creates good behavior. Why am I here from Phoenix, Arizona, away from my husband and my family here in Texas? Why am I here, Marjorie? To help us. That's right. Because I care and I'm here to help you. And if I want to be successful, I have to help every one of you be successful. Okay? It creates good behavior. I'm not going to go out, and sign somebody up and say, go make me a lot of money. Learn what you're doing and then make me a lot of money. That's not how this company works. This generational matching bonus right here, I go sign Marjorie up, okay? Well, Marjorie's right here, this is me. Marjorie, in that residual income, that royalty income, let's just say she makes $1,000 that month, okay? The company's gonna match that and pay me 10%, okay? They don't take it from hers, they pay me 10%, so that's $100, okay? Now, you know, Marjorie goes and signs May up. Marjorie now makes 10% of whatever May makes on it. What if May makes $5,000? Marjorie gets $500, I get 5% of that, I get $250. That's pretty good. Now, it's the same thing. Whoever May signs up, you know, Marjorie gets 5%, I get 5%. This is for every distributor that I personally enroll. 5 levels deep here. This right here, this bonus is over 40% of mine and my husband's checks. So when you see how much our checks average out, over 40% of that check is because of this bonus right here. So do I care what my team does? You bet. I am there, I am helping, I'm traveling, I'm doing whatever I can to help people be successful. My husband and I have never done network marketing before. We heard a lot of things about it, okay? But we knew that we had at least 5 levels above us that were invested in our success, okay? So this right here is the final bonus. They take 4% of the global sales, okay? They take 4% of that. They divide it into 4 pies. When you become an elite distributor, we go from Pro 1 to Pro 10. 7, 8, 9s, and 10s are elite distributors. Once you hit that rank, you get a percentage of that. Okay, there is approximately 200 7, 8, 9s, and 10s, and we have 14 Pro 10s. And let's just say we've got $200,000 in each one of these. Okay? Think about how big that check is. I know a friend of ours, when he hit Pro 10, he said that that little piece of pie right there was the difference of $20,000 a month more. That's big. Do I care who's on my team? No. Because when we hit Pro 7, we became a part of this. I make money off of people, a percentage off of people in Japan. I don't know anybody in Japan. I don't know anybody in Australia. I'm making money when I'm sleeping. So that takes away, if you've ever done network marketing, what's my intention? I didn't sign you up, you're not in my team, you're not in my line. You know, this is our meeting. That doesn't happen here. And I have heard that that does happen in some network marketing companies. Okay? That is why they talk about a lot of network marketing companies, it has a stigma behind it. I want everybody to be successful. Those Pro 10s up there want every one of us to be up in there with them. Because the more Pro 10s, the more money this company is making. Again, creates good behavior. All right, this is our disclosure statement. This is the money that we made. They were not, being a publicly traded company, it took them 3 years to come up with this because they couldn't make false claims. They followed this for 3 years to be able to come up with it. Right here, look at the monthly average. I always like to ask people, what would change your life? What would make a difference in your life in those? Like I said, my husband and I wanted to be between 4 and 5. We didn't know that was a pro, well, we wanted to be between 1,000 and 2,000. We didn't know that that was considered a Pro 4 and a Pro 5 because they didn't have that in the beginning when we started. We are Pro 7s. My son, 25 years old, is a Pro 5, knocking on Pro 6's door within probably this month or next month. He graduated from college in December. He's retired his wife. She gets to stay home and raise their little 3-month-old baby. 6 to 9 months, his goal is to be that he will be able to retire completely. He works part-time now in a traditional job, and he works part-time in this. And when he talks about retiring, he says, you know, I don't like to boast. I'm 25 years old and I'm retired. That doesn't mean I'm going to sit around and do nothing. He's going to have time to go home and help raise his kids. He's going to have time to help and bless other people. He's going to have time to travel. He will be coming down here to the valley. Bob says him and Robert get to be the next ones that come down, and I have to stay home. But we'll see. Anyway, this money is real. This is real. I know these people that are making this kind of money. That's average. I know people that are making this money right here. Crazy. It is doable. and we can show you how to do that. The final thing that on that 6 components is the blueprint. What is it? The system. Okay, if you build a house, you gotta have a blueprint. If you don't have a blueprint, you can really mess it up and then the house could fall down or whatever. Everything that has a proper blueprint and you follow that, you can be successful. Ours is very, very simple. There's a checklist. It's a little blue book. There's a checklist in there. Did you do it? Did you not? Very simple. You follow that. My husband and I, again, we've never done network marketing before. If we followed this system, we would have what those Pro-10s have. Those Pro-10s created this system. That very first group of network marketers created this system. They created that compensation plan. No company pays what they do. They pay over 50% goes back out of every dollar to the distributors. You follow that system, do what they do, on-the-job training, let us help you, you will be successful. Now, if you're struggling and you're not having success, what are you doing? Do you know how many times my husband and I have had to go back in the last 4 years and start over again? Why are things not happening? Well, you know what? We need to sit down and look at that blueprint. What are we doing wrong? You start again. It's that way in a lot of things in life. Sometimes we mess up. You know what? We have a second chance. We have a third chance. We start again. And you listen and you work with your leaders. Okay, the word is getting out. It's a huge deal. How many of you here are familiar with soccer? Soccer is the #1 sport in the world. We're on one of the top 5 teams in the world. Our name is plastered across the front of their jerseys. They actually, LifeVantage was in the running with Wells Fargo for that sponsorship. And LifeVantage got it. And their sponsorship. So people are starting to see us. FIFA is the #1, this last year, the #1 game. Beckman is on the front. Beckman is on the front, okay? Some of the Pepsi cans have us on it. The Jeep right here, our company picked a Jeep because that's a symbol of freedom. Now, I was just showing Marjorie when we were driving down here, we've seen those little pink Cadillacs driving around, we've seen a little pink Cadillac. Well, that is somebody that was with Mary Kay. And when you reach a certain level and you make a certain amount of money, you get to go pick you out a pink Cadillac. Well, you have to maintain that every month. It's a lease. If you don't make, I was explaining to Marjorie, say like a Pro-7, if you don't make what a Pro-7 makes that month, then, whoops, sorry, you can make the payment. We don't make the payment for you. Well, we're not like that. When you reach Pro-7 and you maintain that for 12 consecutive months, they give you the title and the keys to the Jeep.